Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins, and you'll have to excuse the fact that I've not put my webcam on today because I just look like a zombie. Yeah, this little daughter, who I should say, she's turning 1 tomorrow, so I'm not going to say anything bad about her, but she does keep me up too much to the point where I can't even bear to look at my own face, no matter how small the little corner of the screen is. So let's have a look at what's gone on today. It's been a pretty eventful day for Bitcoin. I'm sure most of us are wondering what the hell is going on with it. So basically, you know, it's easier to look at when you strip everything down to its bare bones. What we're looking at here is basically a retest of the bottom of the Bollinger Band, pretty much to the absolute T. This to me suggests that there is likely to be a bounce from here. To be honest, most of the time when you're playing a Bollinger Band is the most obvious place for it to bounce. Let's have a look at the last time anything like this happened. So this was a significant breakdown on this one here, all the way down to the bottom and actually breaking outside of the Bollinger Band, but above the 200 exponential, which is still good, still bullish, and then we've been bullish ever since there. Breakdown here wasn't that bad, breakdown here wasn't that bad, so this is actually a pretty big breakdown now, and is consistent with the consolidation that we've been charting out on this pitchfork here. So, as far as a test is concerned of the next low, we're in the centre now of the pitchfork tool. So this pitchfork is going to be relevant until broken out of. This is when we'll know if we're going to go retesting new highs. But for the moment, definitely still in a consolidation phase. So if we were to measure the top to the bottom at the moment, so the absolute peak down there to the massive drop down there, it's a 25% retracement. It's definitely not the end of this. This could easily carry on further. And as we're now below the centre of this Bollinger Band, the 20 daily, which is here about 36,000, still facing upwards, we're likely to stay beneath here. I don't really see any reason as to why we're likely to break above there anytime soon. You know, this is the first time we've compromised the bottom of the Bollinger Band in quite a long time. It's a real big change for Bitcoin, especially for those who are new to this sort of thing. Probably not seen that, and probably don't even look at Bollinger Bands. But you know, at the end of the day, what it basically means is consolidation, downwards trend is still the more likely scenario. But you know, is there going to be bounces? Absolutely, there is. Definitely, there is. So, is the bull trend over, or is this consolidation just part of the next phase before we move up? So one thing I always like to chart out is this thing here, which is, you know, it's called the Chico span. I teach this on my Patreon, how to use Ichimoku Cloud basically, and it's one of my preferences when in a bull mode. So we can start the bullish move and we can get out at the right time, provided that this is in the right place. And at the moment, it's not told us that this bullish trend has ended. I know that sounds crazy, and everybody's thinking that this is the bubble pop moment, but I don't think it is. Even if we were to come down further, it's not a bubble pop moment. The bubble pop moment would be, and it's not even a bubble pop, it's a get out of this asset signal. That will take place when this touches any part of the price action. In fact, this pitchfork, I don't know why this does this, but it always moves around. It shouldn't be. That's a bit better. Anyway, and it's not touched the price action yet. Will it touch the price action? Well, it could do, but has it? No, it hasn't. And because it hasn't, it means that the continuation of this trend is still likely. We've not had a sell signal on Bitcoin. So I know that sounds crazy, you know, and people are looking at this and going, now is the time to get out of this asset immediately. Well, not necessarily. Something else I'd like to show you is on the weekly here. So the weekly is another really strong indicator that I use, is the money flow index. Now, I've been talking about this, I probably haven't mentioned it in a while because we've all been distracted with the alt season and things, but I used to bring it up quite a lot on the channel, saying that these big peaks here have previously marked the two tops, the two significant tops that we had, the all-time high back here, the 2019 move here, and has now clearly marked, you know, the 21 local top. I'm not saying that this is the absolute top, and the reason I say that is because the way that these are structured is that there was basically no structure in in 2017, no structure, straight up. 2019, no structure, straight up, straight back down. But 2020 into 2021, there's definitely structure here. In fact, there's enough structure for us to mark out a trend, and this trend basically, for me personally, I would be very what's the right word for it? Bold in saying that whenever this comes down to touch this trend line, is probably the next bottom. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to come crashing back down with the price. This is a volume signature more than anything else, time and volume. So it doesn't necessarily account for price, unlike the RSI, which is what the RSI does. The RSI is more about price. This is more about volume. So more volume had been picking up steadily and slowly, well, not even that slowly, but steadily, and then it had a blow off top moment. And now the volume is decreasing. That could be going into alts, that could be going into people's bank accounts. It's all we know is that it's going. And because we've had structure here in the past, I would say that when we reach this trend line, wherever and whenever that might be, this is a weekly, so it will take a little bit of time for that to happen. It might not be down here, it could be here, could be here. Depends how long it takes. But it is a weekly. So, a consolidation on Bitcoin of this magnitude, when you reach a top like this, it could take weeks or months for it to finish its consolidation. And there'll be plenty of volatility within that, and actually that should give rise to altcoins still. We've seen that altcoins have been moving up significantly while Bitcoin's been coming down. So there's no reason to think that that's not going to continue. But the next time we move into Bitcoin, in my opinion, is when we touch this trend line on the money flow index. It would also be worth looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, because at the moment we are at a support, which is the 200 exponential moving average, my favourite exponential moving average of all time. And so we're touching that now. So there is a chance that the alt season could be cancelled if we were to bounce from here. And this bounce doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to go up. It could mean that Bitcoin goes down. But alts start to feel the pain if we can't break down beneath this threshold. So there could be, it could cut alt season short. But the last thing we had here is a sell. We've not had anything since. And to be honest, the way that it looks to me is that we're likely to go down. Now, the one thing that we really need to hope that carries on is that Ethereum is healthy. Ethereum is carrying all the alts and all their health. I mean, there's a few others, obviously, but since the demise of XRP, it's basically we're all counting on Ethereum. Ethereum is a very large market cap. It's 6 times less that than Bitcoin, but it's still phenomenally big. All right, so it's very, very big, and we need Ethereum to stay healthy. So let's have a quick look at Ethereum to work out how healthy it actually is. So looking at this right now, I mean, we have come down to test the center of the Bollinger Band. So in that sense, I would say that the odds are in its favor to carry on. But what I would also say, and is what I said the other day when we reached our all-time high, is that if we retraced this candle body, this breakout candle body, then there is a chance that it's going to be a failed breakout. Now, that doesn't mean that it is a failed breakout, but it's definitely worth considering that it is. And if we break down below this area here, which is basically 1,166, if we break down below there and start closing candles around, at least 1,100, then I'd probably say that Ethereum will suffer the same fate as Bitcoin, and as Bitcoin will then carry the market with it. Because Ethereum is the one thing that's keeping up some of these all the altcoins really. All altcoins are in the red today, but if you look at them against their so this is the market. Well, some of these things are picking up. Oh no, this is on Bitcoin. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay, so if we ever look at it against Tether, it's not been a very good day generally speaking. But if we look at it against Bitcoin, it's been a lot better. In fact, you can see that how a lot of these coins are well, it's not so great actually at the moment looking at it now, but actually that's against Ethereum. What's going on here? It's not supposed to look like that. Oh, that's why. Sorry guys. Right, this is what I wanted to show you. So yeah, if we look, and we'll just change this so we see the bottom to the top. So these are generally the underperformers. All right, here, which are there is a handful of them definitely, but the majority of them are up against Bitcoin in their Satoshi pairings. So still at this moment in time, altcoins are stronger, generally speaking, majority stronger than Bitcoin. but this will all change and flip if Ethereum breaks down from here. So we've got to keep our eye and keep it very simple and basic. The center of the Bollinger Band is what's going to hold us, and if we fail to hold that level with Ethereum, then altcoins will come back down and Bitcoin dominance will rise. You have to bear in mind we are at this support now. But you know, the dream is still alive. If we can break down below here for the Bitcoin dominance, then everything alt will shine. So let's just hope that Bitcoin doesn't continue with this momentum, you know, too fast. We want it to come down. It needs to come down, and basically we depend on it coming down because a lot of the money that's been made in Bitcoin should hopefully leave and go into altcoins, and that's basically what's happened. It's almost like a self-defeating prophecy for the market if it does it too fast. We look for a rotation, we want a rotation. The rotation began over here where money started to leave Bitcoin, go into altcoins, and it's been doing that ever since. But now it's actually created a tipping point for the market where obviously Bitcoin leads the market, and if there's too much money leaving Bitcoin going into altcoins, unfortunately the whole market kind of falls down. So we hope for Ethereum, and I'm not a religious person, but I feel like I ought to pray for it because this is the area where we really need to survive on. Normally if we're playing a game of statistics, statistically we're more likely to bounce from this, and so the odds are still in our favour. We've got the upper hand with Ethereum here. We're still above the centre of the Bollinger Band, which means that we're more likely to stay above the Bollinger Band. But you know, with a wick and a candle the size of this one, which you know is very big. You know, it's pretty big. I mean, we have bounced 15.5%. You know, it's not really much of a bounce, I should say. Yeah, there is every chance, I would say, that you know, even though the odds are in our favour, it's not worth being complacent over. So limiting risk, waiting for some kind of signal on this. At the moment, you know, the money is leaving Bitcoin and it is coming down quite fast. But it's not the end of the bull run. Definitely not. Not until this Kumo cloud and the Chiku span come into contact with the price action. Anyway, I've rambled enough on this video. Well, I hope that was useful for you, and join my Telegram for free, or join my Patreon if you want looking for some more insight into how to go about charting and trading, and some of the things that I get to like bot trading. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Take it easy.